Happy birthday, Essendon Football Club. Happy fucking birthday. Welcome, everybody. Round 13 fan cams after another win. Solid win. A win nonetheless. Carlton, 12 goals, 880. Beat the Bombers, 7 goals, 1254 on their 150th birthday. Easy dubs. It was a good win. Solid win. Looking forward to tonight. Always good to do this after a win. Mostly want to do this after a win. Those of you who are new to the fan cams, welcome. If you'd like to come onto the fan cams, now is your chance. I'm going to put the link in the comments. Hit the link, come in the waiting room, and come and talk about the game. Let's start off as we always do. Pommy?
Hey! Tell you what, 150 birthday, you bored the absolute shit out of me for 22 minutes. Do you know what I mean? I thought Mickey Mouse Clubhouse had taken over the WWE when James Hird had come out. The fuck was that about?
Mate, it was just that was a fascinating experience. I almost felt bad giving banter. It was so calm.
It did feel like, you know, I didn't really want to bully them because it's a bit like bullying the afflicted, isn't it? You know what I mean? It's bad for the morale. But, I mean, I've got to say, shout out to Heppel. Do you know what I mean? He managed to milk 10 minutes of this most glorious speech. And to not much avail, eh? Fuck him, piece of shit.
How was that at the start? Beating their chest and like looking each other in the eye, making promises that we all knew the Bombers were not going to keep.
It was a little bit like watching my pissed uncle at a wedding, really. You know what I mean? It was funny to watch, but then you realise that he's your family member. Do you know what I mean? It was kind of embarrassing. But back to the game, I mean, I've just listened to Vossi now, and I think Vossi nailed it. You know what I mean? I don't know if you saw it, the game. But he absolutely lost it third quarter time with the players. And it was great to hear that insight of him saying I had to remind them to play their way and to keep switched on and to keep doing what they do. And he said something really poignant that they were really up for this game, Essendon, and took away their scoring options. Carlton lead the comp in scores from centre clearances. Not 1 point scored today from that.
Wow.
But a staggering 58 points scored from turnover. And that was something that Vossi said. He was very proud that they found a new way to win. And I think he was absolutely spot on. The boys did find a way. They sharpened it up. Second half, they managed to win the clearances as well when they were getting battered by that. Wasn't the most prettiest performance, but I think Voss nailed it in the fourth quarter. He said it was hard to get going because the game was over. And the way Essendon played, they flooded behind the ball. It was very Carlton 2018. Let's just get away and not get battered. And if anyone's interested, Essendon forums at the moment talking about the need to sack Rutten and bring in Brendan Bolton. We broke Essendon.
Oh, mate, we broke him. It was... You know what it reminded me of? It reminded me of Port Adelaide round 5 or round 4, 2021, where I think Hinkley said after the game as well, like, kind of knew we had the game wrapped up and it was just about getting through. It was very similar.
Spot on, mate. I mean, spot on. I mean, the third quarter was as woeful as Carlton have played all year. Do you know what I mean? Even the stats say it. Turnover central, but watching it on TV is a little bit of a different vibe to watching it there. You really saw how Essendon really, probably about 5 minutes to go in the third, shelved winning.
Yeah. And
went into preservation, and Carlton went into preservation mode about the same time. And that fourth quarter was about as mediocre as you get from both sides, wasn't it? And I agree with Voss here. They were never troubled, which is his big take out of it. And like he said, we're learning to win. You can see that. And he did say, once it clicks, we'll get the results we probably deserve. But I do want to remind everyone in the chat, Vossi has finally confirmed he doesn't give a fuck about percentage. His exact words were, you don't celebrate percentage, you celebrate the 4 points. Correct. And that's what he's focused on. So, spot on. spot on. Do you know what I mean? You've got to. It's all going to come together. But that was, I think, really, we might be upset about it, and I'm sure people are going to come on and say we should have won by 100. Maybe we should have done, but to develop that intercept chains is huge for us, and 90% of our scores in the second half were purely from that avenue as well. So that's something that 6 weeks ago we were saying we can't win a flag by.
Yeah, there were glimpses tonight where it might have looked easy, just with the forwards, with Harry and Charlie linking up. It's. I don't want to say we're spoiled because we haven't been able to see it, but finally we got to see the two of them together, just really comfortable with one another. Harry looked like he hadn't missed a beat. We clearly missed that marking ability up the ground as well, and I just get these flashes every time I watch the two of them play together. It's like it's a nightmare for opposition.
It is. And I mean, we talked about it at the start in the scout report. They are the worst side in the comp, one-on-one. And they showed it tonight. When Carlton got it inside, very, very, very easy. And the thing is with Harry and Charlie, it doesn't matter if you play a good team or a shit team, but they really did well. And I mean, let's talk about the backline as well. I mean,
yes.
They had issues. You could see Wheatering was missed, but I thought shout out to Young. He held that together. And a lot of them goals there were conceded bizarre ways as well. A lot of times were stiff. In another game, you would have probably got away with that. But Young and Marchbank, credit to them. Marchbank really did start the game well. Brave. But Lewis Young, he's really growing. And I think this next 6 weeks, you're going to see him be brilliant when Wheatering comes back, because now he's got to take that responsibility. And I thought he led Peter Wright into some shit channels. Peter Wright, towards the end, started following him. And that is the mark of a good key defender who makes the forward do what they want, not reacting to him. So credit to him.
Yeah, I mean, he's been thrown into, I don't know if you say he's been thrown into the deep end, but he's been forced to really evolve again within his own game and take on more responsibility. And together with Marchbank, I mean, I think that's really the story of the night. He got through unscathed from what I saw. There were no issues with him. Obviously a 6-day break until next week, but he's such an important piece. The idea of him playing again and now getting used to the fact that he's going to play is tantalizing when you think about what happens when Wheatering comes back in.
Spot on. And I think one thing that I noticed with Lewis Young today, there was a few times you really saw it on the screen. When players were out of position, he berated Plowman in the second when Plowman he went and then went back, and it made Young come off his man, and Young went to Plowman's man. As that mark was taken, Young berated Plowman. And that is something that is fantastic to see, that kid's been there, 11 games? Yeah. And he's now got the confidence to say, this is my backline. That's your man. Don't do that again. That is huge. And that's something that I remember speaking to Wheatering at the function. It's something that they're being heavily encouraged to do. Vocalize what goes wrong with each other. Have honest conversations and be brave to speak. And that was great. I think if Wheatering saw that footage, he'd be like, fuck yeah. Do you know what I mean? Fuck yeah, man.
Yeah. Wow, what do we do, mate? We're just gearing up for finals football, aren't we? Is that what's going on?
Mate,
that's what all these layers are for.
Mate, I want to put it in perspective. If Vossi, do you know what I mean? It's not often I come on here and praise the coach. Do you know what I mean? He made some massive structural changes in the second half. They managed to even that centre area out, which was a killer. Credit to Essendon there. They read the manual. They didn't tap it down. They tapped it away. Totally ruined our structure. It's a weak, cowardly way to play football. It's what we used to do in 2018. But a top side won't do that because the ball's in contention. But for them to work out a way to win, and that's only the second time this year our defensive turnover has won us points. You know what I mean? It's actually won the game. It's always built on the source. So for me, you've got to give it to them. And do you know what I mean? Plowman, Young, them guys stepped up in Wheatering's absence. That's a positive. yeah, we didn't smash them, but like I say, Voss has just said he doesn't care about putting a team away. He doesn't care about percentage. He wants to see them play their way for longer. And there was something he said that really turned me on when he said the evidence already is there that once this team clicks, they're going to fucking do something big.
Yeah.
And mate, you see it. And I think today, that third quarter, seeing Voss tear them over because the standard wasn't there. Fuck me. Voss is a genius, man. Mickey D, spot on. Last 4 weeks, Carlton number 1 side for points in turnover. Do you know what I mean? Which is crazy.
That's just not something we were doing at the start of the year. Yeah.
8 weeks, 15th. Everyone said we can't make finals. We can't win tight games. We just did. Fuck off, man. Carlton, back, baby. We're fucking back. Take that, Essendon, you fucking flogs. Oi, Jake Stringer. Stay out of playgrounds, you prick. Come on, Carlton. We're fucking back, baby.
Go the Blues, baby. Love you, Pommy.
Love you all. Peace.
What a start. Jesse F with the $5 says, get it right round ya, Essendon. Love to see it. And then we've got, this is becoming custom. It's unbelievable. Ugur with the $80. Go Blues, 9-3. Thank you very much, Ugur. Let's move right along. We've got Ari, Mr. Stamatakos.
Mate, happy birthday, Essendon.
Happy birthday. Imagine showing up for your 150th birthday and just putting in that effort.
Yeah, with you were at the game, yes?
Yeah, I was at the game.
You saw the whole preamble, the pomp and all that stuff. Why did they film it like a music video? What was with the under? It was really just unnecessary.
Very
like
strange.
It was written that, like, if you don't want to verse Carlton when it's your anniversary, just put it that way. Because we're starting to develop a theme, aren't we?
There's 16 premiership cups in the center of the ground. I'm looking at it. I'm thinking, they don't really believe that they're going to win this game tonight, do they?
Yeah, it was weird, wasn't it? It was. I felt a lot of confidence. I was sitting behind level 2 behind the Carlton G squad. A couple of Bombers fans around me. I was feeling confidence from them. I was like, all right, this is weird. This is bizarre. They got sucked in like we're used to. We used to get sucked in. They're feeling it now. They got sucked in and they produced that. I don't know what that was, but it wasn't good. Put it that way.
Yeah. I want to say it was just a professional win. Yeah, I don't know if that's right. It just like just go in there, get the 4 points, just get through unscathed, get Marchie through, get Harry through, take the 4 points, move on, 9-3. Okay, great.
Yeah. We got to that 5-goal lead up in the second. We just held it. Weren't at any stage worried about a comeback or a drop off. Even the last quarter, people will be disappointed. I understand that, but came out, we did what we had to do.
Yeah,
we just shut the game down completely. That's all good side to do. That's how we were treated for so many years. They're within that 6-5 goal area at 3/4 time, and other teams will just come out, shut the game down, no more goals, game over.
It's so true.
It's all good side to do.
Yeah, the backline, Mark, full credit to them. Like, we had a couple of weeks to adjust without Wiedering. Thought Marchbank looked solid considering how long he's been out for. I think there were a lot of questions about, he's only played 4 quarters in 3 years, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. I got a feeling that the coaching staff at the club will know whether he's ready or not.
Yeah, I thought the midfield pressure in the last as well elevated. Yeah. I thought Cripps had a massive second half. I think he only had 10 touches at half time and then with 28 or something. So started getting around it more, started being more influential, and we just led from that, really. Our second quarter, the second quarters are starting to be the quarter for us this year, which is good because at least we know that there's a response coming. Even if we have a poor first quarter, there's always going to be a response. So was pretty content with tonight's performance. Couldn't have gone much better.
Yeah, I think Pommy said it well before in that we found a different way to win tonight. It wasn't just, dominate center clearances and win the game. It was very much centered around scoring off turnover. When we got out in open space, we made it look easy, and you just kind of want to see him replicate that a bit more. But the Bombers did play a bit of a weak game. Yeah,
we should take this result with a pinch of salt, I think. Yeah, because we're not versing Melbourne, put it that way.
Yeah.
But like I said, I was sitting behind the goals level 2, And I could see that corridor transition every time the Bombers turned the ball over in our defensive 50 was just there. It was really, really confusing to see because I didn't think that, like, that's not part of our game, like, historically. It's been contest-based, it's been contested-based. But to see us spread, especially, like, through the middle, was phenomenal. I thought the kicking out, like, our rebound 50s were very good. I thought Jordan Boyd played well for the glimpses that he had. Newman played well. Sard was, I think Essendon fans booed more than they cheered tonight, no?
It was embarrassing that they booed him. Just embarrassing.
Yeah, shame on anyone who booed the champion. But it is like I get it. You boo at the start of the game, but when he's touching it every 5 minutes, it surely gets a bit draining, right?
Absolutely.
You think?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Harry back to his. I mean, was there any doubt? Was there any doubt?
I think there was. I mean, he took a lot of marks tonight, but there was one in particular on the wing. It might have been in the second quarter, and it just reminded me. I was like, "Geez, it's just such a difference when he's in the side. You get that relief mark. It just, you get field position. You set up again. Whether we, go on to kick a goal from that or not, doesn't matter. It's just, I don't know. I was feeling as I'm watching that game unfold tonight. I'm thinking, wow, we're going to take that. That's going to help us in finals. Oh, I'm already starting to think too far ahead. I need to just calm down.
Well, a lot of, especially after the Collingwood game, there was a lot of pressure on this game.
Yep.
Because after the Sydney game, you look at Collingwood, Richmond, Essendon, you'd want to win at least 2 from these 3. And we go next week, Thursday night, and that game is massive. Because if we win that, then you'd think top 8 definitely secured, top 4, we're not far off. So got a 6-day break.
6-day break, Thursday night, Richmond. It's going to be, I think it's going to be a cracker of a game. But job done.
We won't see this sort of performance next week. Put that in the bank. No chance. Because they dragged us down to their mediocrity. So Richmond aren't going to do that. Richmond are going to play their game. We're going to play our game.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a proper football game rather than what Essendon dished up tonight.
Yeah, no, I agree. Ari, love your work, mate.
Thanks, mate.
I'll speak to you soon.
See you, mate. Bye-bye.
See ya. All right. We have a little sticker, a little super sticker from Wayne Montgomery with $20. Thank you very much, mate. Zach.
Oh, mate. What a night at the footy. What a great night.
Up, mate. Nice and snug.
It was absolutely freezing. I was undercover as well. It was freezing, but what a great win. The way we moved the ball today, especially off half back, was just brilliant. I think Paul Sebastiani always says that. He says, you got to take the game on. You can't just bomb it long every time. When the opportunity presents itself, you got to look in the middle, which we did so many times. And when you got Harry and Charlie to look forward to, it's just so good.
Absolutely. Yeah. It was, I think I saw a comment here. Just the defensive structures, they stood up. Oh, yeah. Gox 93 with the $15. Yeah. Game was shut down. Defensive structure stood up all game. Yeah. Welcome back, Marchbank. Yeah. I saw that too. I never worried. I was never worried tonight. I was pretty confident we were the better side. And then the one thing I was sort of thinking of was start well. Just kick the first couple, silence the crowd, get the game on our terms, which we did. And as soon as we kicked the first 3, I'm like, I did not worry at any point throughout that game, which is so rare.
Yeah. I think first 5 minutes, they were certainly up for it after what happened pre-game. So we had to kind of negate that a little bit. I think, when they were going forward in the first 5 minutes, we weren't taking very many defensive marks. Yeah. But, it was a performance that I look at now and, I'm just happy that we got the 4 points. That's all that matters. We just had control all night, and they didn't really look like they were that threatening, to be honest, from my point of view. Not that threatening at all.
I had no banter for anyone. I kind of thought there'd be a little bit more animosity in the crowd, but the Bombers just didn't give a yup. It was so bizarre. I'm obviously stoked with the win.
Yeah.
I kind of expected there to be a little bit more heat from them. It just never came.
I mean, the only heat was them complaining about free kicks. I mean, I had the unfortunate experience of sitting behind their cheer squad, And that's all they were doing all game. But, if we played well enough to make them panic, so it is what it is.
Yeah. Who was your best on?
Oh, I think Sam Doherty, actually. I think he was my best on. He was just so reliable. Every time he got the ball, he was just, I don't even know the words to describe him. He is just so good. I never expected that he'd be this good this quickly. I mean, after all he's been through, we all know, what he's had to fight through. He's just ridiculously good. Every week, he's so consistent. Just a brilliant guy to have in the squad, I think.
Yeah, I agree. It's been the year of the comebacks for a couple of guys. Charlie, Doc, Marchbank. I think these are guys who, at the start of preseason, we probably said, how many games are we going to get out of them, if any? So the fact that we're getting them back in the side, and now we can start thinking about Marchbank. Hopefully he pulls up well. Look to be moving pretty well for a guy that has been out for so long. So good signs, mate.
Great signs. What a win. What a night.
What a win. Good on ya. Go Blues.
Bye-bye.
See you, mate. Liam.
Mr. Degani.
What is going on?
Very little. How you going, mate?
Yeah, just a casual night out at the football.
Oh, mate. Can't ask for anything more, can you?
Nah. What do you think?
Oh, look, I watched it on TV. It wasn't too bad, to be honest. The fringe players really stood up tonight, in my opinion. Fisher and others. I'm a bit too pissed to fucking name a few more, but no, it was really good effort all round. Solid performance from 22 players, really. Cotterill comes on after Cherry goes down, and he had a blinder.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't ask for much more, really, can you?
No, we've gone from asking for something, and now we're just winning games. It's a really crazy time.
Yeah, and it's really odd that we've gone from sitting here going, what shit are we going to put in our 22 to who are we going to leave out? Who do we leave out? And it's so hard at the moment. But it's good to see, man. It's really fucking good to see, because it's been a long time coming, first and foremost. And not only the fans, but the boys who have stuck fat deserve it.
Yeah. Yeah, spot on. No, absolutely spot on. What do you think about, like, Chera's obviously got the tight hamstring. Actually, can you tell me what happened to him? I did not see anything.
I didn't see it either. I had a mate over, one of my neighbours. We were having a few beers at the time. I was kind of trying to keep half an eye out on the footy at the same time. I'm trying to fucking say, go away, mate. Fuck off. I've got more important things to tend to. But I didn't see it. All I saw was or heard was the commentator saying, "Oh, Chera's so-and-so and Cotterill's warming up. Next minute, Cotterill's on the ground." So I didn't see it, but from what I've heard and read, it was just a tight hamstring. Nothing to be all that concerned about. More precautionary than anything else. But look, it's football, and you don't know what happens until scans and everything else says otherwise.
Yeah. Next Thursday, you at the G or what?
No, I won't be there, but I'll be watching it with fucking two eyes peeled. I'll tell you that much. If I'm working, I won't be. I'll be sick. I'm feeling it right now, actually. I'll tell you. But no, even if I do have to work, I'll be watching it, and look, it'll be a good contest, and it'll be a good preparation for next week, this week's game, because we were tested in certain areas, and the one thing I'll say about Carlton tonight is our D50 transition was better than a lot of the games that we have seen this year. I don't know if that was the opposition we were facing, but it just seemed a lot easier coming out of our defensive 50 than what it has done in the past.
Yeah.
And we were searching for the middle a lot more than what we usually do. Usually we're hitting wing, and then forward 50 entry. Whereas tonight we were wing, okay, oh, here's someone in the guts. We'll hit them up, and that's something we haven't done for a long time. And it's good because it keeps future opposition wary. It puts them on their toes. Okay, Carlton's not going to constantly go down the wing. They can hit a midfield target when it's open. So you got to be wary on that as well.
It's true. It's a big test. I'm looking forward to it. Liam, love your work.
Love it, mate.
Enjoy. See ya. Ugo with a $31 follow-up says that Fox Sport commentators were so pro Essendon, hardly said anything good about Carlton. Ugo, you know what? You're right. That's why I've got the Blue Abroad YouTube channel to cover all things Carlton, the way we want to hear it. Yusuf.
Hey, Terry. How you going?
I'm good, mate. How are you?
Yeah, it was good. I thought it was a good performance today. It was just a professional display. Like, we didn't play, outstanding, but we just, went and got the job done, got the 4 points. Like Voss said in the press conference, just get the 4 points, and we got the job done, which was good.
Yeah. It was just weird. Just a bit of a weird one. I didn't feel the nerves that I thought I would feel in the game. I just after Collingwood, because I was really confident we'd win that. Collingwood obviously lifted. I kind of expected Essendon to show a bit more as well, so I got a bit mindful. But listen, man, 4 points. We just want to bank the wins and get the finals, right?
Yeah, exactly. Voss doesn't really care too much about percentage. They asked him in the press conference. He said, it's a hard game to get 4 points. There's no team where you're like, oh, easy 4 points. You can't, take anyone lightly. So just to get the 4 points was good. We're in the top 4 now, and big game next Thursday. Can't wait.
Yeah. What do you do with the Chera situation?
Yeah, I'm not too sure.
Assume him. He might play, but if he doesn't, would you elevate Cottrell or do you bring someone in?
I think you bring someone in. So with Chera, with the hamstring tightness, I'm not too sure he will play. I mean, that might be just a 1 weeker, but I think you probably just bring Dow in. I mean, he's just a like-for-like replacement, and Dow. I think Dow it will be a good addition to the midfield. He was, it was decent against Collingwood, but Kennedy had to come in. It's not like he came out of the team because he was really poor. He just came because we've got so many options in that midfield. So I think Dow comes in. Yeah. No, I think it's going to be an interesting one. I even thought, looking at the way Jack Noons played, Lockie O'Brien, these are some guys that sometimes they can be the first to get a bit of criticism. I thought they were really solid tonight. No, I thought Nunes, I saw he had 25 possessions. He was really, really good. And I also want to talk about just a few players. First of all, Lewis Young, thought he was outstanding. I thought he didn't waste a possession, and I had a look. He went at 100% tonight, and he had 17 touches. Yeah. He had like 14 intercepts. Just some of his work on Peter Wright was really, really good. I thought Nick Newman, I haven't heard too much talk about him. He had like 29 touches, and some of his kicking, up the line was just really, really, really good. I thought he was really good tonight.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought so too. Well, you know what? Since Zach Williams went down, I feel like something has happened with Newman where he's obviously needed to step up a bit more and have more responsibility.
Yeah.
Really curious to see how the dynamic works when Zach Williams is back in the side, and then Marchbank as well. I think there's going to be like another layer of selection headache once they're all healthy back there.
Yeah, I thought Marchbank was solid tonight. He is very good defensively, and maybe gave away a few free kicks late here and there. But it's his first game back. You can't put any pressure on him. I'm just happy to see him on the field, and hopefully he can stay on the park because you can tell he's one of those guys that just brings a positive vibe around the club, and everyone loves him. And it was great to see him back. I thought he was solid. Really played well. Yeah, for sure. You going to be there next week? I'm not too sure. I'll hopefully try and be there, but I mean, I think it'll be a crazy good game. You saw the Richmond game; they had 20,000, and everyone made fun of them not having fans. We'll bring it. We'll bring our fans for that game. It should be great.
Yet again, mate, the Baggers, we're going to have to carry the AFL with crowds now and entertainment. So we'll bring our army and see what happens next week, right?
It's a great win. Go Blues.
Go Blues, mate. Thanks for coming on.
No worries. Take care.
See ya. Raf Adam has made a $160 donation and says he can't stand the Tullamarine Bombers. Enjoy your 150th. Up the Baggers. Raf, thanks so much. That's crazy. That's actually insane. I'm going to put the link in the comments one more time. I've got a couple here in the waiting room, and there is room if you want to come in and have a chat. So I'd love to get some fresh faces in here. Let's chat to young Zachary.
Terry, how you doing?
What's going on, Zach?
Terry.
My man.
Come on.
Let's do this.
This is absolutely great, and I'm going to say this, but piss off, Bombers, and I hope you enjoyed your 150th. Piss off. So you guys get.
They can piss off, mate.
Yeah, they can.
Zach, can you imagine, like, being there on your 150th birthday and coming out, they were beating their chests like they were going to do something, and they just did nothing tonight. Nothing.
Yep, and I was there, actually, and there was this one guy behind me was a bit revving me up. It was a bit of I think he had too much to drink, and where do we start, Terry? This is I don't think like we were expecting to win by that much. People were expecting us to win by more, but that's enough. Like Rossi said, not about the percentage, not about how you win, just win the games.
Yeah, that's right. At the end of the day, the points that you get for a win mean more than the percentage that you get for a win.
Yeah.
And as long as we don't put ourselves in a position where we have to rely on percentage, then, just win as many games as we need to win.
Yeah. And I've got a couple of things to say.
Yep.
I'm going to start with the players. I have a lot to talk about. I'm not just saying that these players were just standing out. Everyone was good tonight. But the first one I'm going to start with was Jackie Nunes. He really stepped up tonight. I reckon that 25 touches was really good for him. The way he moved the ball down the wing was really good for us. And, like, he was outstanding. He stepped up and showed. Who was your favourite first player, Terry, or player that stands out?
I think Doc, for me, was the best on ground. If I had to...
Doc was good. 33 touches.
Yeah, they had their moments. I think Harry and Charlie just a problem for everyone. I thought Harry was really, really good. And then, I've got to think about it and watch the game again. But, like, on that first reflection, I'm going to say Doc.
That's good. Yeah, I'll have to agree with that. Any other things that, like, you wanted to see on the game, Terry?
That I wanted to see? I just want to see us
or
win.
Like it was like, if there's anything you wanted to see, like, more from us tonight, like anything better.
Would have loved, obviously, for us to put the game away and really put the foot on the throat. But the Bombers just played this, like, uninspiring game, and it just brought up. And Pommy said it before, the way we used to play in 2018 at times was just to make the game a scrap, and it just got ugly. It's good to be on this end where we're playing with teams a little bit. So,
yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
And as I was saying about Uga, he always donates. He said about the Fox Footy commentators. Sometimes I just really get angry at them sometimes about how they always bag Carlton. They never say anything good about us. They always say something about the other team. Yeah, it really annoys me. But we put that past us and we look at the good stuff.
We do. And you know what? We don't need anyone to talk about us because we'll just do it here.
Yeah. And hopefully next week against the Tigers, it will be good.
Hopefully.
And I got one more thing to say, Terry.
Sure.
To Pommy and all the people that always up on the Pommy. Pommy is an absolute legend. Same as you, Terry. I love watching the jumper punch. I love watching you guys. It's amazing. And up the Baggers!
Up the Baggers. Good on you, Zach. Love your work, mate. What a star. Speaking of.
Geez, how good is Zach, mate? I just want to big him up there, mate. He's fantastic. Seriously,
what it's all
he knows
about,
his footy too, the young man, mate. He stole my thunder with Jack Nunes. He knows his footy, does young Zach, mate. He played a very important role on the wing. I thought he copped a bit of a bad rap from a few people today, but I thought he set the tone out wide, and got us going on transition. So, but yeah, no, he was very good tonight. Second half left a little bit to be desired, but I think that was just a plague on the team, wasn't it? Geez, I'll tell you when I knew we'd won that match. When they got in that circle and started doing the
yes.
Oh my God.
Turn it up, Dyson. Turn it up.
The bloke who did it, right? The bloke who did it in Dyson Heppel, he is, and I don't use this term lightly, he is a dead set cat. mate, look, I could try to use all the professional analysis that I try to do and just look at. He is a fair income cat, mate. They are shocking. That mob, they are absolutely shocking. But look, I mean, and Marlon and I were pretty adamant this week that you just had to go in there, go in, out, 4 points, and away you go. You know, get the 4 points, get back up into the top four, and then just hope that Brisbane get the job done against St Kilda. So, look, I mean, Sard was phenomenal again. I thought, that nothing phases him, does it? Like, he's just such a professional.
Yeah, there's been a real elevation in his defensive efforts. It's just he's manic. There's a different force to the way he runs, and it's just something different about him this year compared to last year. Just there's a lot more. It's not like he wasn't trying last year. There just seems to be another layer.
Of course. I think he's got confidence in his own ability to run forward as well, because he knows he's got not just so much structure behind him, but I think he's got a little bit more faith in his teammates now, because I think the coaches have instilled that with the way we're playing at the moment. So he was fantastic. And I really liked Nick Newman's game. I thought he was brilliant tonight. How clean were we in the air?
Yeah.
For all night. Like, just, I'm looking at some of them. Like, Newman had 10 marks. Doherty had 9 marks. Kennedy, I thought, come in and did a good job as well. And, mate, Big Harry, they just can't go with him, can they? I mean, we were sitting together in this game. Like, it just, how many times did Mars like, Harry? And
Ooh.
It was on another level.
Well, we missed him a lot, and we knew we missed him. But then when he starts taking those grabs around the ground, just relieve the pressure on the rest of the team. And then, when he and Charlie, there's going to be a game where the two of them just run riot, and they do it for 4 quarters, and they'll kick 4 or 5 goals each, and it's coming. It's scary. Can you imagine planning for them as an opposition coach? It's a nightmare.
Well, you can't. Like, I mean, and the way. I think the way Essendon set up in the second half, I thought we moved the ball a little bit too quickly and without, we were sort of went guns blazing. I think as a playing group, I thought when we kicked those early goals on them in the third term, I reckon they thought, oh mate, they're done. Like, if we turn it up a notch, like we'll win this, we'll walk this in by 10 goals. But I think we just got too hot-headed, I reckon, if that makes sense, because we just blazed away a lot. And they would, and this is what, like, I was getting frustrated about. Like, we were getting outnumbered 4 to our 2 down back when we were trying to move the ball as well. And that's just their cowardly tactics, throwing men behind the ball in their 150th, birthday. And mate, they were chipping the ball around in the last quarter. Like, it was just they were pathetic tonight.
Yeah,
they're a rabbit.
Yeah,
mate, they are a fair income, mate. And mate, Merritt and Heppel, they're 2 leaders, mate. They are. You don't throw the term around lightly, but mate, they are soft as butter. Fair income, they are soft as butter. Oh, mate, what more do you say? And I loved Cripper. He had a couple of moments. I didn't think it was his best game tonight, but he just had some moments where he really stood over the opposition and laid some real hard bumps and some real hard tackles. And that's the type of stuff you need from your leaders when they're not doing the amazing things week in, week out. Like, he hasn't had 3 goals and 30 in the last couple of weeks. And I thought today was a game, I reckon, and he was the one who copped the brunt of that spray from Vossi at 3/4 time, just quietly.
I'm looking forward to watching that because I got messages left, right, and center.
Oh wow! Like that's the first time we've seen it. I think.
Yeah.
And for anyone thinking we put the cue in the rack, for him to be doing that, that was not game management for us to slow it down. That was boys. We were playing Hollywood footy.
Yeah, we were.
We're trying to play Hollywood footy, and look, I don't mind them doing that when they're 5 or 6 goals up, and I mean because you do have to try it, and what better opposition to try it than against these bunch of muppets that we come up against tonight? So it's funny how footy does the 180. Like 3 or 4 years ago, we were in that spot.
That was us. That was, and it's kind of makes me reflect and think, shit.
Well, when Sauce, and I don't want to, it's not really bringing up old wounds, but remember in 2018 when Stephen Silvani went up and fronted the people at Footy Classified?
Yep.
And they sort of mentioned Essendon because Lloydie was there grilling him. And, they were like, Essendon's made the finals, blah, blah, blah. And Sauce just said, look, if I want to make finals, I can do it like that.
Yeah.
We're not here to win finals. We're here to win premierships. So, let what's his name? Biggs, Malakias. What's his name? The rapper, Senator Malakia. What's his name? The guy. What's his name? The rapper, the Essendon bloke that was introducing all the names at the start. He's the.
I don't know. I don't even know his name.
What's his name? Who is he? Another false fan. Another false favorite. Another false fan. Who is he? Where'd he come from?
Yeah.
They start losing a couple of games. They've got to bring out their old names, and here they go. Oh, here you go. Grab the jersey, and then they put that up. Good on them.
Wow, Dyson. That footage of Dyson happened before the game doing this with the job.
It was honestly, it was actually cringeworthy. It was embarrassing.
It was embarrassing. Yeah, it was.
It was seriously embarrassing. Like I don't know what to say. But anyway, we're miles ahead of him now. And look, it's just I was so happy for Caleb Marchbank. I love him dearly. Yeah. I just love him dearly. He threw his body on the line a few times, and he was a little bit rusty in moments and all that, But Jones kicked a couple of easy goals on him that were just the tin ass goals, But no, liked his and Lewis Young. Jesus, didn't he stand up? Yep. By golly, he's. I think he took that role tonight as the real tall leader down back, and he stood up under pressure. And I think he's just emptying Peter Wright out of his pocket as we speak at the moment.
The big 2 meter Peter.
Jake, what's his name? Jake Stringer. Please, people. Pommy and I were laughing. People were telling me, "Oh yeah, Jake Stringer's back. Jake Stringer's back." I'm like, all right, whatever.
No,
who?
Can't wait.
Who? So, do you feel a bit flat, or are you okay after that?
I don't. I'm always grateful to win. Always grateful to win. I just don't have that same juice.
Yeah, well,
I wanted some animosity. I didn't get it. I wanted to I just wanted to be a bit of a smart ass tonight. I just wanted to get into a bit of a verbal exchange. I expected heat, and they didn't bring it. No. And it was I'm just left wanting. I don't know, need a punching bag or something just to get some frustration out.
No, I know. Well, hopefully, I'm going to be down at Windy Hill tomorrow.
Yep.
So I don't know if you're going to come down or whoever comes down, but I'm calling there's a VFLW game before our VFL blokes go at it. So I'll be down there tomorrow. Hopefully there's a bit more fire in that game, given it's at Windy Hill. So I'm looking forward to that. Hopefully what diagnosis with Chera was hamstring tightness.
Tightness from what I can see. I haven't really checked anything, to be honest. I just, so we'll see.
But no, positive. And I'm not too sure if we get anyone back next week, but it might be a game where we play, if Durden has a good game in the reserves. And speaking of, just to end it, Corey Durden's sister and him, they were on the post game. That was beautiful. Love that. Us. I know it's not just an ethnic thing, but with us, the Greeks and the Wogs and the Arabs and all that. Family's everything, mate.
Family's everything.
Family's everything, man. Family it was nice to see, and I know, I get with all the footy, it's just all about winning, which it is. It is. But it was nice to see, and he's a young fella. He gets it, mate. He gets it.
Yeah, he's got his head screwed on. I had the pleasure of meeting the Durdens before.
You did, yes, you did. Yeah.
Great. They're just a great, welcoming bunch of people, and what a fantastic addition to the club we've got.
Yeah.
So,
what a time to be alive, mate.
What a time to be alive, Paulo. Thanks for tonight, mate. We'll chat soon.
Absolute pleasure. Hopefully, I'll see you tomorrow. If not, I'll see whoever down at the reserves, BFL, Windy Hill. Enjoy, guys.
Bye.
Ciao.
Gavin Whelan with the 3 says, Zach gets my money tonight. What a little champ. I think, yeah, you and me both. I totally agree. And then he's followed up with another $31. Wow. Thank you. Shannon.
Hello.
We had some interesting words to say about the Bombers before the game that we won't be repeating here.
No, I think it's not appropriate for internet.
No.
But I remember I told you that they couldn't hit a target from 15 meters when I watched them yesterday. It's like it was just like they just played what I said.
Yeah.
There was literally no atmosphere.
Yeah, it was weird. It was so weird. I'm not complaining because, like, if it's going to be weird and we're winning games, happy days. I don't know. It just where's the competition?
We'd kick a goal and it'd be like, yay. Then they'd kick a goal and it'd be like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
And Nat and I were on the ground when, because we all had to get off the ground when we were doing the banner, and only Nat and I stayed on the banner. And then as soon as James Hird walked out, we looked at each other and we're like, sorry?
What's he doing
and
here?
Cheering him like he's the Messiah or something. I'm like, no. It kind of just set the tone for the entire night, really, didn't it?
I think I've just realised there is no rivalry with Essendon anymore. We're so far beyond that. We're so far beyond them now.
I know. And I was listening to Talkback Radio on the way home, and some random old bloke goes, Carlton don't deserve to be in the finals. We're pretenders. And I'm like, sorry, mate. We're 9-3. That doesn't happen by accident.
Mate, we are right up and about. We're, I think 3 wins away from locking ourselves in the finals, and good test of games coming up too. Tigers, Freo, Saints. So yeah, we're just gonna get healthy, get some more cattle back. Obviously, Marchie is the story of the night, isn't he?
Oh, so good to see him back out there and unscathed. Just quietly, how good was Plowman tonight?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if he's been mentioned yet, but my God, he was just intercepting everything, taking the game on, hitting targets. I'm just like, sorry, Plow. This is probably one of the best games I've seen Lockie Plowman play this year.
Yeah.
And he's coming into third BNF form like he did a couple of years ago. And I like that about Lockie Plowman when he can take the game on.
Yeah, correct. Seems to have whatever the instruction is, it seems to be clear. But he also seems to be playing with this force and this aggression that he maybe lacked for a bit. So it's good.
And I think Jake Stringer's still in his pocket. So
I don't think Jake Stringer even showed up tonight.
I'm sorry. When you try and take on Zach Fisher and Zach Fisher wins, you're having a shit night.
Correct. Yeah, that was actually a good passage of play. I think Fish turned it over moments before that, got pinned or whatever it was. So, yeah, just little tidbits that we'll take moving forward, and we'll go into Richmond, and that's a massive game. I can't wait for that already.
Huge.
It's massive.
There'll only be 40,000 there because the Richmond fans won't turn up. So
yeah, it's a bit cold. So
diddums.
Yeah,
I'm wearing like 4 layers and I'm fine. So suck it up.
Yeah, absolutely. Shan, love ya. Love your work.
Chat soon.
See ya. Antonina.
Oh, hello.
Hello. How are you?
I'm good. First time.
Welcome.
Thanks for having me.
To your debut. It's a pleasure.
Thank you. I've watched you over the years and it's been really great. So it's nice to jump on.
Tell me, what did you see and how are you feeling?
I got home and I said to my husband, I said, it was really weird.
Yeah.
He goes, what do you mean? I said, I don't know. I'm happy, but it was just a really strange vibe. So, yeah. And what Shannon earlier was saying, it's true. It was just this real, there was no it was a strange atmosphere. It was like, yeah, it was weird.
Yeah.
Compared to other Essendon games, I guess I've been to. So, but it was nice to be on the winning end. I got to say, it was still great.
I built it up in my head, I think. Because I think last year it was that animosity. There was that war type vibe to the game.
Yeah.
And then
I kind of expected it to happen again because it's the rival. Like, we're just as big a rivals with Collingwood as what we are with Essendon, I think, at times. And
yeah, definitely.
yeah, then I just kind of almost pitied them. It's almost worse. Like,
I didn't pity them. Oh no. It was just, yeah. I think that's what it was. Maybe I had that sort of fear in my head, that sort of irrational fear, which I think we all sort of have had over the years, thinking, oh, we could lose. But then I just thought, no, let's they're gonna come out, they're gonna give it a shake. Of course they will. You wouldn't expect them not to. But I thought, no, we are better. And then when I was nervous before, but I got to the game, and then I'm sitting there, and I thought, my daughter was with me, and she's like, oh, I'm nervous. I said, oh, I'm actually feeling okay now. I mean, I wasn't comfortable, but it was, and I was saying to my family before, I said, oh, that was the most probably calm I've been at an Essendon Carlton game for a very long time.
Yes.
It's just really, for me, I mean, I can be, crazy lady. So yeah, it was just a weird one, but so thrilled that we won.
It's just, I mean, if we kind of go back out and we just kind of bring ourselves back to the fact that, goodness me, for so many years we just wanted to be winning games, even if they're boring. And the fact that we're now we're not complaining, but we're just accepting a win now, knowing that we're the best.
Yeah.
It's just
complaining at all.
Yeah. So are you confident that we're going to be able to make the finals?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. I'm feeling it more and more now.
Yeah.
So and I'm really trying to shift that mindset too, to get from being that sort of negative, pessimistic.
Yeah.
And I'm finding I'm probably being a little bit more confident myself, making sort of jokes and like, oh gosh, actually, but I'm sort of believing what I'm saying now. So, it's good. It's good. So,
look, thanks so much for joining. Appreciate you making the debut.
No, thank you. Thanks for having me, and I'll keep watching. It's good fun. And thank you so much for everything that you do for the fans. It really is a good channel, it's a nice, with everything else that's out there, it's just good to have you around and everything that you produce. So thank you.
Appreciate it. Thanks so much.
No worries. Have a good night.
Yeah, go Blues. Alex.
Terry, mate, was it ever in doubt? Honestly, was it ever?
Not. It was
Seriously.
not. It was
that
not.
Was, I'm telling you, man, that was one of the weirdest comfortable feelings I've ever had in my life. Like, apart from a little stretch in the first quarter, maybe, I never felt like we were ever going to lose the game. Like, it was just going to be sort of a matter of how much were we going to win by. From the midway point of the third quarter onwards, Essendon just turned the game into the most almighty scrap of scraps, and it was kind of frustrating to watch because we were in control, but we stooped to their level and sort of started making silly mistakes and trying to play a bit of Hollywood football here and there and all that, and we just went away from what we did well very early on. But all in all, mate, I didn't care what happened, didn't care how we did it. We've got the 4 points, we beat those fucking pricks, and sweet, mate, it's sweet.
I don't even think I'm going to be sending any banter messages to my Essendon friends, which I actually think is even worse than giving them banter.
You just said it just before, like with the lady you were just talking to just before. It was one of the. Is the rivalry really even there anymore? Like we've sort of gone that sort of far ahead of them at the moment that, like, it was just a nothing game. I just thought it was kind of funny. I think there was one passage, it might have been in the last quarter or maybe the third quarter. They started kicking the ball around and they had about 3 loose blokes in their inside 50. All they needed to do was hit one of them and Nick Martin drops it, right? And then they play a little handball and then Zach Merritt kicks it out on the full. And I was like, fuck, I think this was us like literally 2 years ago. That was us.
It was.
You know,
It's
so
such a relief
it was
to not
it was
do that
very nice
anymore.
looking at it from the outside and watching it happen to them, because it couldn't happen to a better football club.
No, I think we just see more and more glimpses of what's possible every time we watch this team this year. Like just Harry and I keep saying it, Harry and Charlie. I shouldn't talk about other people, but it's a nightmare for everyone involved, and I think everyone starts to know it. I think the rest of the competition knows it. Also, actually, want to ask you, this whole Melbourne stuff that's going on, and maybe they're a bit fractured. Is the competition a lot more open than what we think it is?
I think it is.
Yeah.
I really think it is. Like, look, we always knew Melbourne was going to be strong, but I think what's been shown in the last couple of weeks is a bit of vulnerability from them. And I think we just needed to get that sniff of vulnerability, and now all of a sudden teams are picking up on it, and they're like, okay, here we go. We've got chances now. So, mate, this season isn't as, foretold as what a lot of people might have thought it would have been very early on. I think this is a very open race, and all you got to do is just be in the 8 at the right time, and anything can happen.
Let's get us to finals, get our players back, get our best 22 on the park. And, mate, why can't we give this a red-hot shake this year? Why not?
Mate, why not us? Seriously. All year it's been why not us? We're playing good enough footy. We're getting the results. I know we all want to win by, each game by 10 goals, but it's just not the reality. We're still winning these games. It's a positive. And, look, we're on 9 wins now. We win another 3-4 games. Finals is pretty much set in stone there. It's just going to be a matter of where we finish, really. So it's good to see. I'm starting to get that little bit more confidence now. I think, obviously all the trauma over the years that they've given us, as supporters, but I'm starting to get that bit of confidence. And man, I'll tell you, it warms the heart when I saw that the young boy, a few people will go, is his name Zach?
Young Zach.
Man, it warms the heart to see the younger generation, like, the kids starting to see Carlton become good now. Like, we've been through some real tough times, but now we're sort of savouring it. So it's good for those young kids to sort of start growing up now with Carlton actually being the good football team.
Yeah, spot on. Very well said. Mate, great to have you back.
Always a pleasure, Tez. Love what you do, man. It's good to be back. Go the fucking Blues. We're coming, mate.
Absolutely, brother. Take it easy. Dynamic Hypnotic with the $5 says, my wife sent happy 150th message just to all the Bomber supporters in her phone and the work group chat. She's a keeper. She's absolutely a keeper. Never let that woman go. Ali.
Brother Tezza! How you going, my brother? Up here on the Gold Coast, mate. The baggers are outside belly dancing, brother. They are belly dancing. And that rivalry, it's always going to fucking be there, because you know why? We actually won the real 16 premierships. They weren't given to the 2 premierships that were given to Essendon. When you think about it, we actually hold a ledge of 16 actual prelims, however you want to say it, but we actually won the GFs, mate. Won them, 16 of them. So up here on the Gold Coast, brother, it's all great, mate. It was all great. We were up at the Emerald pub near the Metrocon there, where the Gold Coast Suns play, and it's a massive Carlton contingent up here on the Gold Coast, mate. It's awesome. It's awesome, mate. It's awesome.
Do you go there to watch most games? Is that what happens?
I do, brother. I do. Like, I don't mind the Suns. Let's be honest, because I live on the Gold Coast, but I mean, I'm a 3rd generation Carlton, mate. It runs in my vein, runs in my kids. My kids are seeing it now, Tez. I'm like, for years, my kids are saying, fucking Dad, where are the Carlton? Where are they coming? But now they're coming, brother. They're coming. And I don't care what people say. We've made the finals. It's just like the other young fella said. It's where we finish in that 8. And I'm telling you, you can't tell me anyone that top 4 moves that ball like we did in that first term, mate. That was just electric, mate. That was just mad. Just everyone. Boyd on the wing. We don't need Amon, mate. We don't need him. We found one right there in Jordan Boyd, mate. We found him on the wing, mate. He's the kicker. There's kicks he was doing. He's a mate, and he's a tough nut. He gave what was his name, Stringer, a few pushes and nudges, but he doesn't take a backward step. And I like us playing on the edge, Tezza. We are playing on the edge. It's just Oh, I'm seeing a lot of resemblance of those late 90s, mate. I'm seeing it, mate. I am seeing it, mate. I'm not just saying it, but it's coming, mate. It's coming. Voss is just getting the best out of what you could have Cripps, like Bam Bam, Welshie, even Hewitt, like an unknown pickup for us, mate, when you think about it, with all the other trades that were going through, and we found a gem. He's just a gem, mate. It's just crazy at the moment. Like, it doesn't matter. Look, we lost to Collingwood 4 points. Oh, so be it. It's healthy. It's a good rivalry. It puts bums on seats. It's good for the AFL when Carlton's up and running and Collingwood's up and running. But when it comes to Essendon, mate, I don't care about bums on seats. I don't care nothing. As long as we beat those bummers, mate, I'm happy, mate. For me, it's the grand final already, brother. We won it. We won it. You know what I mean? It's a great feeling. Great feeling.
And we've got the Pies again. We're going to get that job done again when we
absolutely.
When we play 3. So, yeah. No,
but
that's awesome.
All I say to you, Tez, that Jordan Boyd, I'm telling you, mate, like, just when you go back and watch it, just watch what he was doing tonight, mate. He's just didn't do much, but it's what he did. He's like a little Durden in that backline, mate. He's incredible, mate. He is so incredible. I'm just so happy we picked him up, mate. And I'll tell you, we don't need Amon. We don't need a $750,000 player that's only got, good 3-4 years left in him. This kid's only 22, 23, mate. Yeah. Let's put him on for 5 years, mate. Absolutely. Let's keep Obi. Let's keep him. We've got Cots. He's going to play another 150-plus games for our great club, mate. He's just a great Carlton legacy was right there, mate. He's a passionate Carlton boy, mate. You see when the team gets a goal, you just watch Cottrell and he's up and jumping up around, mate. He's just incredible. It's incredible. And it's good to be a bagger right now. It really is, Tez. It really is.
Very well said. It is a great time to be a bagger, and we've got to enjoy it while we've got it.
Absolutely, brother. And like the young lady said before, mate, Tez, what you're doing, brother, like up here in Queensland, you're well known, mate. For the next game, when we come up here for the Gabba, come on up, mate. Honestly, come and see the Queensland crowd, how they cheer behind their baggers, mate. It's special, mate. Like, I've been to the MCG. I've been there, and look, there's nothing that can hide. But when you come up here, mate, it's a great bunch of people up here in Queensland, mate. It's a great bunch of people.
I will be there. I will be there this year. I think we play Brisbane at the Gabba.
Yes, mate. Absolutely, brother. We're going to have a beer, mate. A Carlton Dry, eh?
Absolutely. Lock me in, brother. Thanks for jumping on, my man.
Salam, brother. Salam, and good luck for everything you do, Tezza. You're doing a good up here in Queensland, brother. I swear that, mate.
Thanks, mate. Appreciate it.
Have a good one. Catch you around, brother. See you around.
What a star. What an absolute star. Brad.
Tez, how are you going?
Good, mate. How are you?
Great. Let me just first off saying the experience from the game. Geez, those Essendon supporters definitely have something to say. I went to the game. I was sitting a little bit closer than I would have liked to the Essendon cheer squad, but geez, it was the excuses every time there was a free kick or whatever. It was just coming out of the mouths. Like, they had no excuses. They had the ball coming inside their forward 50, and they were just not good entries, and they were making up all these other excuses. But apart from that, I want to take my 3 takeaways from the game. The first one is how good it is to have, like, Harry playing with Charlie, of course, but having Marchbank, I forgot how tall he was as having a tall defender. And I think that's, like, really a big for us because, like, we're missing the height down there, and we can't rely on small defenders. But also another one was I noticed, like, how in the first half of the game it was quite contested. Of course, you can see the score. It was only like 5-point game, and I think we weren't winning the clearances. But once that's why we were succeeding such in the third quarter, because we were winning the clearances a lot more, and it looked like a training drill, to be honest. But yeah, what a joke for us. And then 150 years and having all these celebrations. I was like laughing, sitting back and just listening to the excuses in the back. And I was literally laughing, and I took my brother, and he's a Saints supporter. And he just he's a Saints supporter. He came as a neutral fan, but like, it's actually like the excuses. It was like I was just sitting back laughing, but I always felt confident with the game and always knew we were going to win pretty much from after the second quarter.
Agreed. Nah, very well summed up, mate. Yeah.
Are you confident in us moving forward in the second half of the year? You bullish on what we can do?
Yeah, I definitely think we can. I think this was a perfect game for us to get used to not having Wiedering, because of course, like Essendon, like the skill level's clearly not there. Like just the skill level is like they're just chipping around. They don't even know what they're doing with the ball, right? And I think that's a great game for like Youngie and Marchbank and like all these different defenders that have rarely played together to get used to it. And I think that going forward, then when we have Wiedering back, they'll be definitely strengthened a lot. And I think that like they'll definitely help our back line. So I think, but going forward, I think like once we have the full team back, like it's going to be it's just going to be pretty special. And you have so much, and I feel like we have so much more trust in the boys going forward as well. Especially even like the team that we have now, I'll have a lot of trust even when like Wiedering's on there.
Yeah. Well, it's the big test without him because we know he's our most important player. So far, definitely. So good. Big tick, but we've got some challenges coming up. So let's see how we go with them, right?
Richmond will be interesting, I reckon. I think it'll be a lot more tougher than round one, to be honest, because our big stocks aren't there. But I think that's what I mean. I think we can trust the team and Vossi, and I think we can really like still compete. Like I was saying to my brother on the way home, like think about it. We were competing with Richmond right to the end previous years when we were like pretty shit. So, and I think so now with Vossi and that like third quarter, you would never see that from our previous team,
Yeah, that's right.
That's right. So I think that's why we can still step up even when our best players aren't there. I still think with the coaching staff there and the players that we got, I think we can still step up.
Yeah.
But I just want to add one thing. Saad, mate, you're getting booed. Well, like that's another thing. Like they were booing him. Like, can you stop booing Saad? Like he did better than any of the whole Essendon team. Literally.
Let him boo. I say let him boo. Let him boo. Let him go. Let him boo.
Mate, like every time, and I think like the booing like died down a bit because mate, they could just see he was doing way more impact than the whole team. You know, Stringer, who the fuck is Stringer? Honestly, kicks one goal from 55 meters every like 3 years. Thinks he's like special, mate. They call him the package, more like package of shit.
Yeah, Brad, it's been a pleasure, mate. Thanks for joining.
Yeah, too easy. All right, talk soon, Tez.
Webby.
What a rubbish football club Essendon is. Aren't they? Aren't they, mate? Like
absolute fucking shithouse, mate.
I'll try not to swear for you, but
no, you can swear that they are shithouse.
I hate that football club, and you know that. Yes. And that bloody spew session at the start of the game. What the hell was that shit about?
Turn it up is what I say about that. Turn it right up.
Terry, that they chose to play their 150th bloody anniversary shit bloody game against us, thinking we'll turn up on a Friday night, we'll be fine, Carlton will be struggling, go and get fucked, you pricks. like that. Like, haven't they heard of the draft? Carlton took a punt 5 or 6 years ago now at the draft. We freaking took our medicine. Look at us now.
Yeah.
This is what happens, mate. This is modern day football. You got to attack the draft. You can't just fucking bring in Stringer and Shield and Smith. You can't buy premierships anymore, mate. You know that, and I know that.
You got to
let them be mediocre. Fuck them.
Good.
Sorry. Sorry, mate.
Tell me what you really feel about the Bombers, mate.
I hate those bastards.
Yeah. What did you make of the backline tonight without Wiedering? Lots been spoken about, Lewis Young and Marchbank. What did you think?
I thought we were a bit small, to be honest. I was sitting just behind the cheer squad there, and you see Peter Wright, he's 2 meters tall, and Harrison Jones, and they had Draper down there at times, and Phillips. Didn't they kick some arsey goals though? These bastards.
Tenassery all night. Some of the way the ball bounced for them sometimes tonight, just it was very frustrating. But what do you say? What do you do?
So I would like to see Sam Durden next week against Richmond take the pressure off Marchie, because
So you reckon
Marchie
drop Marchie?
No. Marchie can play. Just take the pressure off him. I don't know who you drop. Don't, because I thought Plowman was probably his best game for the season. I don't know.
Very good.
I don't know what you thought, but
I loved his game. I love the way he's playing with this confidence lately. He's had a good month.
Who who seriously is going to stop Harry and Charlie? Seriously.
Nobody.
No.
Nobody.
And we got them through the draft.
Yes.
Through the draft, Terry.
We're finally starting to feel we were told to wait. That's the truth.
Yeah.
And fuck did we
It's
wait.
been a frustrating 7 years. I'm not going to lie. But
we're starting to see the other end come through now, which is good.
Some of these lesser likes guys are kind of making me look like a friggin' idiot after I called them out after the Fremantle game. Yeah, shut up, Terry. No, it's good though. It's good. Like Boyd and
yes,
Cottrell. Cottrell's improved a hell of a lot, I reckon.
Yeah, man, they're putting the work in. It's good. It's good to see.
So, yep. Take the win.
Take the win, and on to Richmond next week.
On to Richmond, mate. Let's go. Let's go
Good on
again.
you, mate. Cheers.
Good on you, mate.
Rash.
Tez, how are ya?
Mate. Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. I'm giving you a nice shout out here from the sandpit. I'm back in the sandpit. It's
Love
42 degrees.
Wow.
And I was watching it live here. I think I just want to say that I thought it was a very, very professional win. Although we didn't, not every week will we get, we're going to star it, and the way we won, not through the clearances, because I was like, why are we losing the clearances? Yet another way to win. And the other thing I want to mention was that Voss's spray was amazing. You might say, okay, well, we didn't kick a goal in the last quarter, but we might have got a lot of goals scored against us if he didn't do that.
Can you run me through it? Because obviously I didn't see it. I got messages about him spraying them. Like what? Like was it at the group? Was it at a player? Like how did it?
No, it was at the group. You'll see it's on the Instagram of Fox Footy. I've got it on my Instagram as a story. Paul Sebastiani's got it as a story also. So
love it.
Yeah,
can't wait.
No, it's great. Good emotion, and it wasn't crazy spray, but it was a good enough to say, hey, listen, this is not good enough.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you watched his press conference, but this guy's unbelievable. Sticking to the system, doesn't matter. We don't care about percentage, like what Pommy was saying before. It's great. It's a new philosophy for the Blues. I'm really wrapped about it.
Yeah, he's just come in. He's got them all bought into whatever it is he's talking about, and he's just lifting these standards as we go along. I'm when I think about it, like I'm really speechless to think about how much has changed in like 12 months. It's crazy.
It is, but we've been fortunate. We've had Curnow come good, and Hewitt and Tara, and there's been some good things, but there's structure to that. Like, I guess what you can see out of the Blues now is that we have a system. We're not getting ahead of ourselves because we won 8 wins. 9 now, is it 9?
9.
I mean, this is the most we've had since 2013. What the hell?
Yeah.
And it looks like a professional football club. Yeah. It's the first time we can say that in a long time.
Honestly, in a decade, if not more than a decade.
I think the last time we won more than 8 in 10, it's over a decade.
Yeah, it's just a relief to finally be talking about maybe being a little bored tonight. Like that's just something I didn't think we'd be talking about for a long time.
And don't underestimate the amount of pressure. I mean, Essendon, as bad as they are, they went all in. They had a lot to play for. They had every motivation to beat us. It was a danger game. And we and it was a slog. And we could have, us last year, we'd have lost it. We weren't mentally strong enough. I think this year, if we're peaking towards the end of the year, we could do anything.
Can we win the flag?
I think we could. I
don't see why we can't. If we're obviously healthy and humming along at the right time, I think our best is good enough to match it with anyone.
I don't want to get too excited, right? But I think that if we start peaking, we get McGovern back in, Stocker's in form, and maybe Honey or whatever, a bit of a change up in Cunningham, then watch out. If I think we could beat the Demons, and I think we could beat anyone on our day. But I'm not saying we're going to win the flag. But we could do like a Bulldogs in 2016, for sure.
Because we've got the crowd. We bring the numbers and we bring the energy. The D's are already complaining about their fans not showing up. You can't underestimate what a crowd can do. Just to give the team an extra 2%. So
hey, one more thing I want to tell you. Kudos to Jordan Boyd.
Yeah,
mate.
Yeah.
Seriously, he played it. You might not look at the stats or anything, but he looked safe. Like it was good to watch.
The speed of the game didn't seem to be an issue for him tonight. I think in the games early this year, probably because he's played VFL most of his career, just a little out position. But tonight, he just looked sure of what he was doing. It's good to see.
Tough.
Yeah,
it's tough.
Vossi
I was a bit concerned with Lockie O'Brien's game. That's probably his worst for a while. But it was a slog of a game. I think he's more of a classy. Yeah. When we're pressured, I'm concerned about Lockie or Jack Nunes. Although Jack Nunes did a couple of really good things in the first half.
Yeah. Love it.
Anyway.
So you're back in Melbourne for September.
Well, of course. Inshallah.
Hey,
how good is Sadi?
I know. He's so reliable, man. He's so reliable.
He's a freak.
Yeah. So
anyway, mate, always a pleasure talking to you.
Likewise, Rash. Good luck, mate. Speak soon.
Take care. Later.
See ya. Ugar's gone again with the 31. He says, this is for the Alhamdulillah. Thanks, Ugar. Sayaf.
Hey, bro. Fuck,
Bro,
I made it.
What's going on? You just made it, just in time.
I just got home, bro. Sheesh, bro. I messaged you right after the game. Just a weird game, bro. Just a weird feeling. But it was good to see like other people felt the same. It wasn't just me. Just a really like dead. I don't know. It was just dead, man. I don't know. It was just different. It was just different, bro.
Yeah, we just got the job done.
Just another day in the office, bro. That's it. I think it's the best way to put it.
You've been saying this over the last few weeks. There's levels to this game now.
That's it. Look, mate, and I still stand by my word. I said it against Collingwood, bro. We're a better side than them, bro. We shouldn't have never lost that game. And realistically, bro, we're missing 8 of our top 22. 8. Like, that's not a joke, bro. It's not 1 to 2. That's 8 people, bro. We got 4 of them back this week, bro. There's another 4. We'll be fine, bro. We're running well.
Yeah, it's a well-oiled machine. Systems in place. Just got to finalize these last few spots, and then once we get a few more players back, just get them playing together for like 4 or 5 weeks. Yeah. Hopefully, time the run, and then who knows what happens at the end of the year.
But it's crazy, bro. Like, honestly, bro, I'm not saying we're going to win the flag, bro. We can do it, though. Why not? Tell me why not. Why can't we do it?
Why not?
We've beaten some top teams, bro. We've got some top teams to go, bro. We'll take 3 at home, bro. We'll beat them. We did it twice last year when we were shit. We were shit last year, but we did it twice. I know they're a better team now. We'll deal with them when they come. Next week, bro, I'm keen for next week just because today didn't live up to the hype as I thought it would.
Next week's going to be a fight because the Tigers will bring it. They're not going to go into preservation mode like that. They're going to go to win the game.
No, it's going to. I reckon it'll be a cracker, bro. I reckon it's going to be a mad game.
Yeah,
bro. Why are they like, bro? Who the fuck do they think they are, Boo and Saad, bro? Who are these dogs, bro? It's jealousy, bro. I'm telling you, it's jealousy.
Of course it is.
You remember that whole Nick Hind is better than Saad shit last year, bro? What makes you know me, bro? I fucking love when Saad gets recognition, bro. And he's been amazing this year. I fucking love Saad.
Yeah.
Who's your best one?
This will be Doc was my best one. Yeah. This will be the last year that I put Nick Hind in a fucking thumbnail.
Bro, don't do that again, Tez. Ever again, bro. He doesn't deserve that shit, bro.
Nah.
Put Heppel. I don't care. Put Heppel. Don't put him, bro.
I'll put Heppel holding. Can you? Did you see that? What was that?
Bro, you know what I was thinking? I was like, imagine we did that against like Port last year. Just imagine Cripps, bro. Imagine just pretend we get Kuda in the circle. We get all these legends, bro. All of them, and Cripps is doing that, bro. It's Paulo said it's cringe, bro. It
was cringe, man. The fact that they had to show that type of emotion at that point in the night when the game hadn't even started was bizarre to me.
Bizarre. To be fair, they came out the first 5-6 minutes, bro. They looked all right. Okay, they looked all right. After that, bro, the game was never up for grabs. It was done, bro. I looked at my brother. I swear to God, after the 3 games, I was like, it's over. After the first 3 goals, sorry, that we scored. And even when they took the lead by a point, bro, I'm telling you, Tez, that's the most calm I've ever been at a game. Ever, bro. Yeah. Ever. I normally, bro, first goal, I'll get up, stand up. No goals I stood up for. Just a light little clap. I was like, it's just another day in the office.
Yeah, job done.
No. That's it, bro. You knew we were gonna win this. It was like it was never even questioned, bro, ever.
No, I said before the game, I was talking to Mars, and I'm like, it would take some sort of disaster for us to lose this game. So,
you know what my favorite part was?
Yeah,
I'm telling you, my favorite part was Voss's spray. I swear to God, that's how shit the game was for me. I'm telling you, it's because they made it shit. It's because they did not show up.
Yes, correct.
Bro, like, it's just one of those games. I'm not disappointed or anything with us, but I love the boys. We played well, bro. We did what we had to do. They just did not show up. They just made the game shit. Don't ever give them another Friday night game, bro.
Yeah.
You want a Friday night game? Do one of the ones where we played the Swans.
Bro, they've got a Friday night game next week, and they've got a Friday night game the week after the Bombers.
2 in a row.
2 in a row. They've got Saints next week, and then I think the Eagles the week after. So
that's bullshit. You want a Friday night game, bro? Make Carlton Sydney. Make Carlton Freo. Make these games. Bro, at least our fans show up. The fuck is that, bro? I told you. What did I take up? I knew it wasn't going to be 80K, bro. I just knew.
Yeah.
Bro, Richmond, all these fans, bro, plastic fans, bro. Our fans have been there, bro, through the shit times, bro. Through the good times and the shit times.
So true.
Fuck was last night, bro. 20K, I think, at the G. Oh, fuck that. We'll show them what a crowd is next Thursday on another Thursday night.
We're carrying it for him. So
clowns, bro. Clowns.
Love it,
you
bro.
reckon we finish top 4, bro? Seriously.
Yeah, I think we can. I really do think we can. I believe in us. I believe in our ability. Even if we don't finish top 4, I won't be mad, but I think we're capable of doing it.
Because every week is this week is massive. But honestly, bro, these next 2 weeks, Richmond and Freo, I reckon is a big I reckon that's our top 4 right there. Because we beat Freo, bro, we take 3rd place. So if we beat Richmond as well.
Yes.
We're in the 4 now, bro.
The next 3 to 4 games are a real litmus test for us. So
that's it. Where you sitting next week? You don't know yet, eh? Away games.
No, always just find out later.
I got level 1, bro. I don't know if I even want to go. Level 1 shit, man. I told you last week. It's fucking shit.
Yeah. But all right, man. I'll leave you to it. Thanks for
I'll
coming
speak to you soon, bro. I'll speak to you during the week.
Yeah, done.
Love you, bro. Later,
See ya. I got Toby, and then we're going to finish up. Toby, talk to me.
Terry, how are you, mate? As always, go the Blue Baggers. Mate, okay, tonight in patches, we looked a little bit sluggish, but, I mean, that's going to happen. That's going to happen. We've got injuries, okay, but when we get our injuries back on the park, I agree with you. I think we are going to we can scare sides above us. Why can't we do it now? Why can't? Because the form's there, and Boss has got us playing like a team who believes we can do it, who can show it with the best. Bring on Richmond next week. Yeah, okay. They didn't have Dustin Martin when we played them round 1, but it's different. It's different. They're starting to play some good footy, but we've just got that mentality or that belief that we can do it. We'll go in and we'll look after our mates. If something happens, and what was with Essendon tonight when they can't? I agree with you.
They weren't up for it, mate.
At the start, grabbing his jumper and going, "Oh yeah, we're Essendon. It's our 150th year." That's a joke. Like seriously. I mean, and Terry, can I ask you, what did you think about the reviews tonight?
The what? Sorry.
Because me and Pommy thought they took too long, way too long.
It's just part of it, isn't it? You just kind of got to deal with it. They do take too long at times. I don't know. My thing is, how do we not have the cameras that we need? How can a tennis ball, which goes a lot faster than a footy, how can you know exactly where a tennis ball is bouncing or where it is and track it, and not have the ability to do it with an AFL footy? It doesn't make sense to me. That's my thing. The cameras need to be invested in. So
it's the same like a cricket ball. If a cricket ball is coming at you, like at say 150 odd clicks, you kind of go, "Whoa, that's lightning quick." You're on the back foot, and you're like, "Whoa, shit, that's coming through." But for a game of footy, I agree with you. I think that they just need to look at something different for the AFL. I mean, it would be hard in local leagues to do it, but for the AFL, yes, they need to. Because it's just like you sit there at times and you go, what are we doing? It's AFL football. Like, we're the fans and we have to wait. And you sit there and you go, okay, yep, a minute's gone. It shouldn't take this long. It's just, come on. Come on, please.
Toby, are we going to play finals football this year?
Terry, what do you think I'm going to say? Yes. I don't know. Mate, it's a big hell yes. We are playing finals, Matt. We are coming. And Terry, I've said this to you before, Matt. If, and we just need to keep the karma, as Tommy says, karma. And I love that. I think that's brilliant. And I think what we need to do is just 1 week at a time, not look too far ahead. Because if we look too far ahead, then you get a little bit nervous and you go, ooh, shit. And you start to, it's like a train and you go, ooh, we're going off the rails a bit. We need to come back in.
We do. Toby, good on you, mate. Great stuff
Go
tonight.
the Baggers, Terry.
And go the Baggers.
Go Baggers, Matt.
See you, mate. Mr. Lachlan with the $2 says, so glad I became a member here. Mr. Lachlan, I'm also glad you became a member here. Welcome. There's your fan cams. Round 13 in the books. The Blues, 9-3 in the top 4. It's crazy. So enjoyable. So enjoyable that I get to come home and talk about how it was a little boring and we didn't get to win by enough. It's been a great year. Been a really good year. Really enjoying it. Good to see everyone up and about. And thanks everyone for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed it. Review, player ratings will all be out tomorrow. Look forward to it. I think the first game is on at like 4:40. So be sure to tune in and leave your thoughts. And as always, you know what it is.